Iran extensively for Al Jazeera. Why do you think, Ali, it is so important for the leadership to get people out to vote? Is the distance between the people of Iran and the leadership really that great?
Rob, in every election, Iran wants to show a picture of people queuing in front of polling stations because this is part of the establishment's legitimacy. This is part of the picture of the revolution, that it's still alive. And that's why in the last elections in 2020, the parliamentary elections, as Assad said, there was a picture the establishment didn't want the outside world to see people not turning out to the elections, maybe less than 50% for the first time. So this is a real challenge for Tehran right now, and that's why he himself, the supreme leader, came to the television. I mean, it's a planned speech on the beginning of the Iranian year 1400, and he said in a clear way that this is the beginning of the presidential campaign. Whoever wants to run for this election should come. Now, he stated a kind of a framework for who should be in that position, a revolutionary who should believe in the main beliefs of the Islamic revolution. However, this is also a reason for those who might not be on the same page with the supreme leader also to go to the elections and to vote in order to get their own nominees or candidates to the presidency, as what happened in 2017 and 2012. There was a reason for the other side. I mean, there is a reformist and a conservative camp in Iran. So many people believe that the supreme leader covers the conservative side. That's why the reformists might want to get their own candidates to the presidency, and by this way, whereas the supreme leader is asking for a revolutionary to be the president, then the other side is going to also get their own people to the streets in order to vote for their own candidate.
As we were just talking about there with Assad, the Supreme Leader has said that Iran is going to comply with 2015 nuclear deal if US sanctions are lifted. Now, as we know, the parliament in Iran is dominated by conservatives, and there are many conservatives in Iran who believe that the original 2015 nuclear deal was actually really bad for Iran and would like to see that go. If it happens that there is a president elected who is revolutionary, who is likely to support those conservative ideals, are we going to see a change to that deal? Or does the 2015 deal, for what it's worth, actually stay the same?
Well, Rob, the issue of renegotiating, for example, the deal, I don't think that it's on the table for Iran. To Iran's establishment, to the Iranian Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, who he is personally right now supervising the whole path, I think there is one way to get out of this whole issue, keeping to the deal, everyone getting back to their commitments, and Iran will get back to its commitments. Renegotiating the deal is not going to be at least on the table for now. This is what he said, and he repeated on several occasions. Now, as for the conservatives, there are hardliners, there are right-wing conservatives, and there are rational conservatives. With respect to dealing with the nuclear deal, it's more of those conservatives who are rational and who believe and think that this deal is important and necessary for the country. And we can't forget that the Supreme Leader himself gave the blessings to the negotiating team in order to agree on the 2015 nuclear deal. And he said this on several occasions. Now, he's not happy with the deal. This is another issue. But it's necessary for the country to continue without international sanctions. Now, Iran is under US sanctions, but the nuclear deal helped Iran and rid Iran from the United Nations sanctions. And this is very important for a country who, he says, wants to get from the 18th position with respect to the size of economy to the 12th. So with international or United Nations sanctions, this is not going to be possible.
Ali Hashim, thank you very much.